Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Sir Alex Ferguson Challenge with West Ham. Now in today's video we do have both of our legs against Inter Milan in the first knockout round of the Champions League, and there's been one game you've missed. So the game that you missed was the fourth round replay against Ipswich Town, and again we struggled really to find our form. Lucas Toussaint getting 2 goals and Declan Rice getting 1 as a substitute, so our defensive midfielders actually coming up clutch. I did start with the wing-backs more attacking than they would usually be. Didn't really seem to make too much of a difference, to be honest with you. But we're going into today's game at least on the back of a win. So this is the lineup that we're going to go with today. Davies in goal, Wagnerman right back, Oxford and Panzo at centre back, Lato at left back. Deep lying playmaker will be Tonali. I've decided to change that role about in the defensive midfield position. Lucas Toussaint's going to move up to the central midfield as the box-to-box midfielder. Ronaldo Vieira will be our Mezzala as Brett Breckart is still injured. Unfortunately got 6 weeks injury in the middle of January. Gabriel on the right hand side, Campos on the left hand side, and Jaramillo up front. So due to some of our poor form through January, which you'll have seen in the last episode, we're not really hitting the form that we need to be going into the knockout stages. And obviously Inter Milan have a really good team. They've got Phil Foden for one. They've got him playing on the right hand side of their attacking midfielders, so we're going to have to be very, very careful of him. Calidio is a decent striker. Gagliardini's always a good player on this game. He's absolutely fantastic. What am I saying? Rajanine Golan, he's probably about 34 now, is he? 33 years old. Still an absolute beast. So it's going to be a difficult game against Inter Milan. We'll just see how it goes. So we'll kick off against Inter Milan away from home in the first leg, and we're shooting from left to right. Highlight now. Wagnerman on the right hand side taking the throw in. Lucas Toussaint flicks it on, and Handanovic gets on it. Is that actually a highlight or is something else going to happen? Handanovic punts it up long. We managed to win the ball back, and Campos has got it now. He finds Gabriel coming from the inside on the right hand side, and he puts us 1-0 in front. Excellent start by us. Campos and Gabriel, our 2 wingers, actually combining and getting the goal. What I've done in terms of my tactic, I've actually went to the preset Georgian press to try and reset things, and then I'll work on tinkering it as the season progresses again. I felt like we just weren't really performing to the best of our ability, so I thought if I take it back to basics, start working again, that's generally what I do when we're struggling, as Gabriel picks up a knock here, and unfortunately Tetia is injured as well, so we don't have anyone that naturally can play on that right hand side. We're going to get Moise Kean on. We'll start him on the right hand side, see if he can do anything for us in an unfamiliar position as Campos takes a free kick and Handanovic claims. Phil Foden with a through fall for Ceballos. Acuna, they've got so many men in the centre, and that was an easy goal from Inter Milan. Big kick up from Handanovic. They win it in the midfield, and there were so many men piling forward, and we did not get men back here. You see Phil Foden with the ball over the top. We were left all sorts out of sorts, and there was 3 Inter Milan players who could have put the ball in the back of the net. It fell to Facundo Calidio, and 1-1. Another highlight now, 28 minutes in. We're in possession, which is decent to see. Can we hold it though? We're in a precarious position if we do lose it. But Bernat is injured. Moise Kean make him pay. He clears it, but only as far as Tonali, but it falls back to them, and they're going to come forward now. Ceballos tries to switch it. Tony Lato intercepts. The possession's just going backwards and forwards at the minute. Acuna comes through this left hand side. Decent challenge by Tonali. And again, just panicking. We're just giving the ball away. Calidio's through on goal now. Easy save for Davies. Highlight just before half time, and it looks like it's going to go Inter Milan's way. Phil Foden on this right hand side. Decent challenge from us. Can we keep the ball now? Don't give it away. We'll give it away. Phil Foden switches the play to Acuna on this left hand side. Craig Davies with a big save, and Wagnerman with a decent challenge. I understand because we're playing the Georgian press, we're going to be playing high intensity football, and we are going to look to get from defence to attack very quickly. But the way we're playing at the minute is just suicide football. We're just kicking the ball up, hoping for these long passes. And we've maybe got Tonali and Vieira who could probably perform those passes, whilst the rest of the squad probably cannot. So it might be something I need to adjust in the player instructions going forward. Tony Lato has picked up a knock, so we're going to get Aaron Creswell on in place of him. And hopefully in the second half, if we can keep it at 1-1, I'll be really pleased. But the way the game's going, I feel like Inter Milan are on top and they could potentially get the win here. Highlight now, Handanovic with a big kick up, and we completely missed the header. Calidio with another chance and another big save from Craig Davies. I'm not sure which centre-half missed that header, but they were up against Raja Nainggolan, who's not a tall player in himself, as Jarimilo goes through. Handanovic with a save. 60 minutes in, we've already made two substitutions already due to injuries, so we're going to keep things as they are. Nobody's performing particularly well. Ronaldo Vieira's having a particularly bad game, but hopefully we can see out the rest of this match. 15 minutes to go, and we'll pick up the highlight on the left-hand side with Campos. He's got himself in the box. Decent challenge by Nainggolan and De Vrij. We'll win the ball back though, and we'll lose it again. Calidio going through now. He's in behind the defence. And Craig Davies, how's he still on a 6.9? Football Manager, get the goalkeeper ratings upgraded. We're going to get Alexander Isak on for Jarimilo, and we'll see if he can make any difference to us in the final 8 minutes. Phil Foden's just picked himself up an injury. Aaron Creswell with the corner. Toussaint gets his header on it, but it goes just wide. It looks like it's going to end 1-1, hopefully. 4 minutes to go. Toussaint coming forward with it now. Decent challenge by Nainggolan, but Isak's there. He had all the time in the world and he snatches at the shot. Creswell with a free kick right on the edge, and Creswell puts it in the back of the net. 5th goal of the season for our left back, who's not even first choice anymore. But he puts it. He saves us so many times, Creswell. What a free kick that is. Handanovic cannot do anything about it, and he has just maybe put us in the driving seat to get through to the next round. And that's it. Full time. West Ham 2, Inter Milan 1. We are in the driving seat going in the second leg. I'm not happy with that performance, really. I'm going to tell them I am, because we've won. But the way it performed, the amount of chances they had, I would imagine in terms of clear-cut chances, they actually did get the better of us. So as you can see here, clear-cut chances, they had 4 and only managed to score 1 goal from it. So not pleasing in terms of defensive or attacking. I'm still figuring out tactics. We do have 5 games in between the 2 rounds, so I'll bring you the results from each game as they happen. So we've just played Newcastle in the Premier League away from home, and we'll manage to get a 3-1 win. Jaramillo with a goal, Campos with a goal, and Creswell with a goal. He then missed a penalty in the 74th minute, but by that point the game was wrapped up. They did get a consolation through William Jose in the 81st minute, but it wasn't enough. So we've just played Blackburn Rovers in the 5th round of the FA Cup, and we've made it safely through. And we draw 1-1 against West Brom at home in the Premier League. Something is seriously missing in our side at the moment. I don't know what it is. Obviously our team is really young. Maybe that's negatively affecting the squad. Losing the likes of Felipe Anderson and Arnautovic in the summer and things like that maybe is affecting us. But obviously as we grow and progress as a team, they will get older. And I won't be replacing them so much with 18-year-olds. But I'm thinking maybe in the summer I might need to take a good look at the squad and what sort of formation I want to play. I'm thinking maybe the 4-5-1 might not be for me, but we'll power through anyway. But 1-1 draw against West Brom is just not acceptable. And the inability to score comes back to haunt us. I just don't understand what's happening. Match stats wise, we're dominating. Goal scoring wise, we're not. 0-0 against Arsenal. They were down to 10 men from the 33rd minute. Wagnerman equalled things up at the 95th minute, but obviously the game should have been out of sight by then. I'm in a rut. So we've just went and played Chelsea at home in the Premier League, and we managed to win 3-1. Jaramillo with 2, Ronaldo Vieira with 1. And again, it's just confusing me. Chelsea are a good side, and yet we somehow managed to beat them 3-1, but struggle to score against lesser sides. I mean, Chelsea, well, they're not doing actually that well this season. They're in 11th position. But they've still got really good players, and they still caused us all sorts of problems in the past, particularly in the Champions League. But we've managed to keep hold of 4th position. It's a good result going into the second leg against Inter Milan. So, second leg is upon us. This will be the starting lineup for today's game. Davies will be in goal. Emerson, Holden, Panzo and Wagnerman at left back. Why is Wagnerman left back? Why have I done that? Absolutely not. Aaron Creswell will come in for Wagnerman on the left hand side. Wagnerman will go on the right hand side. Tonali's going to be our defensive midfielder. Toussaint and Beckiart are going to be our central midfielders. Tetty on the right, Keane on the left and Jaramillo up front. Bit of a different lineup from them in terms of their attack, but the same sort of system that they were playing against us in the first leg. Hopefully at home now we can hold out the 2-1 away win that we got in the first leg, and we'll get through quite comfortably. So we'll kick off shooting from right to left in this first half. Highlight now, Tetty on the right hand side plays a through ball for Jaramillo. Can he get to the strike? And he can, but Handanovic is equal to it at his near post. Highlight now, Aaron Creswell with the free kick on the edge. Panzo gets his head on it. We should be 1-0 up. Another highlight, and we are in possession again as Aaron Creswell comes down this left-hand side. He gets dispossessed, but Tonelli picks it up with a weird ball, but Teti is brought down in the box, completely unprovoked. Breckiart's going to step up and take it. That was a strange tackle by the defender. Teti wasn't even in control of the ball, and Breckiart puts us 1-0 in front on the night and 3-1 up on aggregate. Breckiart steps up, puts it away in the corner. Decent penalty. Handanovic can't do anything about it. Another highlight just before half-time. 2 minutes to go is Moise Keane with a fantastic pass. And Jaramillo should be putting that away. He had plenty of space on the left-hand side of that goal. And Handanovic was a decent save, but we should be 2-0 up. Toussaint in the box. Can we get it back in? No, we can't. It gets cleared. 1-0 up, dominating the match. That's all you can ask for. 3-1 up on aggregate. We'll get to half-time. I'll G them up and we'll get kicked off for the second half. Highlight now. Creswell with a free kick. Moise Keane with the header at the front post, but he can't get it on target. Moise Keane on the left-hand side with the ball now. He tries to switch the play, but gets cleared. Back to Moise Keane now. Takes a strike. That can't be the highlight, surely. It was the highlight. That's crazy. 65 minutes in, we're going to make a change. Teti is returning from injury, so we're going to get Gabriel on in his place. And we'll save Sandro Tonali's legs a bit, and we'll get De Paula on in that defensive midfield position. Highlight now. Aaron Creswell with the throw-in. Comes back to him. Can he get the ball in? Wagnerman to Gabriel. It's dispossessed by the Inter Milan defence, but they can't get it cleared to an Inter Milan player, and we can come forward down the left-hand side this time as Breckiart takes it out wide. He gets the ball in. Jaramillo's there. It's headed clear. Back out to Breckiart. Can he get the ball in? Back post. It's bobbling about. Nobody knows what to do with it, and I don't know what I'm talking about. It's Toussaint. Finds Wagnerman on the right-hand side with lots of space. Gets the ball in. Oh my God. What's just happened? That's poor Parola. No, Parola's not lol Parola. Toussaint with a decent pass spots the run of Wagnerman on the right hand side. He gets the ball in back post. Breckiart takes a strike. It hits two Inter Milan defenders on its way past the goalkeeper. Very unfortunate for them, but very fortunate for us as we're now 2-0 up, 4-1 on aggregate. We'll make our final change of the game. We'll get Moise Keane off for Gonzalo Campos, and we'll see the game out. So we are going to be safely through to the Champions League quarter-finals. Well, actually, let's just watch the rest of this match, just in case. Wagnerman with the ball on this right-hand side. A good switch of play from us. Tries to find Jaramillo in the box, but the Inter Milan defence gets to it first and gets it clear, but only as far as one of our players. As Toussaint's looking for the run from Wagnerman again, but he didn't give it. But Gabriel's found him this time. Can he get the ball in? Breckiart, Jaramillo, it's ball. Oh my God, it's bobbling about. What's happening? It's a corner. Creswell to take it. Is anyone going to get the head on it? Comes out to Panzo. And that's the end of highlight. 10 seconds to go in this match. 2-0 up. 4-1 on aggregate. We are through to the Champions League quarters. That's where we got last season in the Champions League, where we obviously drew Chelsea and got knocked out. So let's see if we can go one better this time, beating Inter Milan in the first knockout round. Unfortunately, the draw isn't till the 11th of March, so we won't find out who we're playing for 10 days or so with 2 games in between. So I'm going to leave it there, and we'll find out in the next episode who we get in the Champions League quarterfinals. In terms of the Premier League, where we are still in 4th position. It is very, very tight between us and Spurs. Looks like it's going to be between us who's going to fight for the 4th place spot. Disappointing to be in this position, actually. I thought this season we might be comfortably in the Champions League spots, but here, maybe some of my transfer dealings weren't as good as I thought they were. If you have enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like, and if you enjoy my content, get yourself subscribed. But until next time, take it easy.